Hey everyone, in today's soundbite, I'll be giving you a very fundamental introduction in how to get you started on Microsoft's latest app called Lists that's now available in Microsoft 365. There will be a more comprehensive demonstration of Lists in a future webinar, so stay tuned till the end of this video and I'll let you know how to contact us if you're interested in getting more information about future NIMS technology webinars. Now, what List does is it helps you track and organize your work. And what I mean by that, it gives you the ability to create lists, share them with others, and track work across your organization or team. So if you're already familiar with the Smartsheet application, you're going to find similarities with Lists. This is essentially Microsoft's equivalent to the Smartsheet. So let's get to our agenda. So we're going to start things off first by showing you how to add lists to a channel in Teams. If you don't know what Teams is or what a channel is, I'll leave a link here to another video. Next, I'll show you a selection of predefined templates and we'll navigate through them. And then I'll show you how to create a very simple list. So let's get started. So here we are in Microsoft Teams. You can see we're in the Teams tab and we have a couple channels here. So I'm going to go to the corporate channel. So the first thing I want to show you is how to add lists to Teams. So I'm going to click the plus button and you see here there's a whole list of apps and we're going to select lists. We're going to save. And the next step is to create a list. And as you see here, we have different options for creating lists. We have one here to create a list from scratch, which we'll address later. You can bring things in from Microsoft Excel, or you can use an existing list. But first, we're going to look at these different predefined templates. And each of these templates are designed to address different facets of a business or organization. So I want to look at this asset manager. And in this predefined template, you can see here that it provides photos and asset tags and different statuses for this particular company's devices. So they're keeping a track of all their devices within their company. So this looks like a good template. Maybe we want to use it. So we go to Use Template here and select this button. We call this Asset Manager Computers. Let's give it a description, tracking devices over time. Let's give it a color designation. Let's keep the default blue-purple. You can also choose an icon, and these will delineate your asset manager list. And then we're going to create it. So when you create the list here, it gives you a blank slate. But what it does is all of your columns are established for you here. So it has all the information that you need to enter in your asset. So we're doing computers here or devices. So we're going to hit this plus button, new item, and as you see here, it gives you a form and you can give it a number. You can give it a color. Let's say this device is silver in color. You can list the current owner. Let's say in this case, the status here is that it's available. So maybe it's just a newly purchased machine, so nobody's been assigned to it before. If there's a serial number, we can just type in a serial number. There will be no previous owner in this case. The manufacturer, let's just select Microsoft. We can give a purchase date here. Let's say it was recent and it was purchased this month. A due date might be something in case the computer or device needs to be returned, or maybe it has already went through its life cycle. Here, let's call it Surface Pro 7. Enter a purchase price. There's already one here. Let's just say $700. Okay, you can enter in notes, a value. We'll leave that blank. An asset type. Let's say it is a tablet. And if there's an order number, we can just kind of give it whatever order number it was, just so we have record of it, and then we save it. And there you have it. You have your first entry of your asset that you want to track. In this case, their devices. And you just hit this button again for every new asset you want to add, and the form pops up. So lists and teams can be shared among team members or people who belong to this channel corporate. So the idea of having lists or even schedules, different apps, you can collaborate and share the information. So now that we've looked at predefined templates, let's go ahead and create a template or a list from scratch. So we're going to go here, back to lists. We're going to go blank lists. Let's give it a name. Let's call this one SharePoint migration. Let's give it a description of migration. And let's pick a color, green. Let's go with the same icon here. Let's go ahead and create one. Okay, so we see here that we have a title. We're starting with a blank slate. Let's go ahead and create some columns here. So let's call this task. And then we're going to create another column, and let's call this project team. And I want to make this multiple choice. So when you select your column type, you're going to get this box here. If we want, we could give it a description. I think it's pretty self-explanatory. Let's decide who's going to be a part of this team. Let's say it's going to be Henry, Tina, and Franklin. Let's save that. Now the next step would be to create a status. Let's create status for this project. And again, I want to use a multiple choice. Let's call this status. Again, I think status is pretty self-explanatory. We'll say pending, in progress, and completed. Hit save. Let's add another column here. Let's call this one milestones. And let's use a calendar for this one. So we can set dates on milestones or deadlines, whatever you want to call it. Let's save it. And then we have our milestones. And then this box is going to be a little different too, or this column. Let's make this simply a notes section. So we type in notes, pretty self-explanatory. We don't need a description, I think, in this case. And I'll go ahead and save. I'm going to use this arrow here to expand this a little more so we could see our notes better. And then we can begin by entering in our tasks. So let's move forward by entering in our tasks. So again, we have this sort of form here. Let's give the first task a name. Give it a name. Let's say that the project team member will be Henry on this one. The status, let's say it's been completed. And the milestone here is this date. And for notes, let's fill in some notes here. And there we go. Let's go to the next item. Let's save that and go to the next item. Give it a description. Let's say this is going to be Franklin's responsibility and it's in progress. And again, let's have a milestone here. So let's say he's going to finish this on the 15th. Save into the next. So this is the migration task. We'll say Franklin is the one who's still working on this one. He's going to be working on this particular task as well. And we'll say this is pending. And we'll just say that we're going to give this a start date of the 19th. Or let's give the end date here. And let's just say this is going to be completed by the 16th. And then we add our notes. And let's put in our last task for this project. So let's say Tina will be involved in this part of the project, and this one is still pending. And let's give this a deadline or milestone, January 1. And if you want to put notes in, you can. And there you go. There's a list of a project built from scratch. Thank you for watching this video. Please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. You can join us on LinkedIn. Please visit our website. And as I mentioned at the top of this video, we will be covering this topic in more detail on a future webinar. So feel free to contact us at the email on your screen if you'd like to receive information on NIMS technology webinars. Thanks for watching.